Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Reagan.
I'm also Reagan.
So for today's video, we are going to be giving just college advice in general. So I go to Stanford University, which is a small Christian college. That's a liberal arts curriculum. And then you can say,
I go to the University of Georgia, which is a massive SEC school.
So yeah, so we have a little bit different experience. And I've done a video all about expectation versus reality at Stanford and like low-key like everything about Stanford itself, but we're just gonna give broad and general college advice while we eat.
We just finished our freshman year.
Yes, so it's fresh on our minds.
This is all we've learned in a year.
So
we'll redo this when we've actually finished college. We're still friends.
Tea. Anyway, I have a Sprite with raspberry flavoring that Reagan picked out for me, so
I have a cherry limeade. And she got
that's yummy.
Popcorn chicken.
You wanna try it?
Ooh. Also, just to like preface, we're both from Texas, so we both went really far from home.
With knowing no one.
Correct.
I knew one person.
I knew 0 persons.
Yeah. Move-in? Advice for move-in?
It's not gonna go perfectly. You can't plan on a perfect move-in. What I did is I had to unload really fast because we all had slots, and they gave us all like massive carts to get everything up the stairs and the elevator, but you only had a certain amount of time with it. And so I just loaded everything. First of all, I put everything in IKEA bags to like organize everything, put my clothes in trash bags just over the hangers. It was easy, but I just loaded everything in the car as fast as I could, and I just put it all on my bed, so it was like central, and then I just did like a bag at a time.
One thing I'll say, coordinate with your roommate. What I did, which obviously not everyone's gonna be able to do this, but I bought all the big chunky furniture pieces and my roommate bought all the small things like lamps and chairs and stuff. So that made, I moved in first so that we could lay the rug down and lay the furniture down, and then she brought the finishing pieces. So if you can somehow plan it like that, that makes it 10 times easier to move in, because like if she were to move in first, we would have to redo everything. It would have been awful. Move in at different times.
And don't move in different times by like half an hour, like lots of hours. So you're gonna need a lot of time.
Because you'll take up the entire room with all of your stuff before it's put up and organized.
So I tried to get mostly moved in before my roommate got there. So then my dad and my mom and I just left and let her have the room. What I tried to do is I like packed a bag that would last me like 3-4 days of like clothes and stuff.
That's smart.
Because there was points where like I couldn't find anything. I was just trying to find socks for the day.
Be very, I know everyone says this, you get so many free shirts in college, especially if you're gonna rush. So don't bring as much t-shirts as you want, because I had 3 dresser drawers full of t-shirts that just, I barely wore.
Just leave room for growth. I did not account for that. I tried to fill everything up day 1. And then by this May, I was actually dying in my room because I had so much stuff.
At least like at Stanford, we had the first weekend there. It's called Connections Weekend. It's a whole thing for freshmen. But I vlogged a lot of it too and move-in, so I like link my move-in video so you can actually see the process of what I did. But they literally just had a fair where they were just handing out free Stanford shirts for different things.
And like when you go home for Christmas, if you buy like a couple new tops when you're home, it just adds itself up.
I'll also say, pack your IKEA bags just in a way of how you want to organize your dresser or your drawers of clothes, and pack by season. And then as far as like organizing, I got really big bins from the Container Store. I also like have a dorm essentials video, so there's also that to like picture it and how I set up my room. But just practical stuff. I mean, we're in the South, so you'll be hot and sweaty. Be prepared. Like I brought a dolly to move furniture because my dorm doesn't have an elevator. So like that's how I moved my furniture, and I had more furniture than most people did. But just like everyone's patience is going to be through the roof because everyone's going to be agitated because you're hot and sweaty in a tiny space with things everywhere. So just be patient with each other. Be calm. If you don't like the way it is, you can resituate it once everyone's out of your space.
My mom brought like a cart and stuff to help move everything in, which it was helpful for the day of move-in. Then I had nowhere to put said cart in bags, so just like also think about that, because I was so far I couldn't like send it home with my mom.
Yeah,
because she flew home and she couldn't fly home with cart. So just think about that too.
Yeah, and whatever bags you bring, like the IKEA bags are nice because they condense. Yeah, because they also have to share.
IKEA bags
in my duffel bags. In my suitcase.
My
I put all my
suitcase is
duffel
full
bags
of
in a suitcase.
So many bags.
Yeah. First couple weeks, you just have to be open to talk to anyone and hang out with people. Obviously, if they're influencing you in the way you don't want, that's a different situation. But in general, even if you aren't like, I so click with them, I could so see me being friends with them forever, you just need people at the beginning, and they're probably not going to stay your people, but still put the effort into it, and don't just hang out with someone once, oh, I'm not a big fan. Like, still hang out with them to some extent, because you'll eventually find your people, but you'll have people in your life that are just supposed to be there the first couple weeks of college, and that's okay, until everyone finds the actual people they truly click with.
I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, the first few weeks were so hard. The first 2 months of college were amazing for me. I absolutely loved college. And then October hit, and I just kind of like fell. I think like the high wore off. I was like, holy crap, like I actually live here.
Right.
I'm
it's
actually,
no longer like summer camp.
It's not fun, and I mean, it's still fun, but like it's not for fun anymore. So I just like,
it's just life.
Yeah. And that's when you really need to like plug into certain clubs, or just like find 1 or 2 really close friends. Like that's when. And I also called home. There's also that. There's no shame in calling home. I call my mom a lot.
Yeah.
And there is no shame in it.
Not at all. And even if like,
it's all you've known for 18 years.
That, and like, they want to hear from you too. So, even if it's 5 minutes while you're walking into class. One of the best ways I felt like I just randomly got to meet people at the beginning. Again, didn't stay close to them, but still had people. Felt like I was interacting with people. Because even if you're just interacting with people at the beginning, it gives you a sense of hope, and not like already get in your head and everything. Everything gives you hope. Yeah, for real. Is that like you literally just go knock on someone and be like, hey, can I get a dorm room tour? Like everyone wants to give you a dorm tour. And then like I did this, and me and a group of people, it just kept growing. And just ended up in different dorm buildings, and saw like every person's dorm room ever. And then whoever we saw would just come join us, and we would just clump around.
Aw.
Yeah. I don't even remember.
Low-key, we did that one night.
Yeah.
I ended up on the 9th floor. And I never went back.
Yeah.
And be easier on yourself too.
Right.
Everybody's new. No one tells you how to do it. Just do it. My other tip, schedule yourself to have less credits in the fall. Because I feel like as you're adjusting everything and you're figuring out, it's better to not have like 18 credits that you're trying to figure out at the same time. Like I took 13 in the fall, I took 17 in the spring, but like I had adjusted and I'd figured it out by then, so it was totally fine. But the fall, like everything's new.
But one thing I will say that like I did 17 in the fall, but all my classes were like the easiest I would have, so it's easier to pile them up because they're easy.
Schedule like the easy and like the lightest ones in the fall.
Yeah.
Because everything's new. You are responsible for everything.
Right.
Yourself. You have to figure out how you're going to feed yourself every day. When you're going, how you're going, who you're talking to. Your mom's not going to come in. Like, she's like, everything's on you now, and it takes a toll whether you like realize it or not.
Right.
So she was like, schedule like all the lighter things your first semester.
Well, also too, one thing that I didn't realize going into college, like the whole thing, like I wasn't busier. We were both extremely busy bodies in high school, like insanely. Like I don't know how we functioned. I didn't function actually. So in college, it's like I'm gonna have so much free time, but I still found myself like being busy or not able to get all the things done I wanted to. But the thing is, you're gonna end up just talking to people randomly, because your living space is your social space. It's where you snack, it's where you do homework, it's where you watch TV. It's all in one tiny little room. And so it's like if I would go to study, especially because I had a suite too, so there's kind of like 4 of us in and out of my room, and so then you just end up talking, so you can person 10 minutes at a time, but then it adds up. Or it's so easy to just get distracted, and like at night we'd all group together and do stuff, so it's not like, oh, I need to get work done. Like you actually have to leave your dorm, but I like studying in my dorm. And so it's just, you have to recognize that like everything's all in the same place, especially like your university as a whole. You eat there, you sleep there, you study there, you have fun there, you do sports there, like all of it's in one place. And so it's recognizing like, oh, my time went by because, oh, I just was catching up with someone. Or also like, you don't have to do like this, but like first semester I'd get breakfast with someone on one day, then I'd get lunch with someone, and then dinner with a group. And so it's like, that's a big chunk of time. It's like big meals. So second semester I finally just grabbed lunch to go and ate in my room while I did work.
That's what I did.
To do a better use of your time. So like know like meal times and intention time to get to know people, and like if you want to catch up with someone, grab lunch with them, but it is not shameful at all to go to your room and eat alone, because you can get stuff done. And it's like, imagine if you're living in an apartment. Like, it's not like you're antisocial or weird or whatever if you don't have people to eat lunch with, or even or dinner. But like, also the thing is, lunch, everyone's in classes at a different time, so a lot more people eat lunch alone than you realize, and it's not weird if you do. Like, almost everyone, at least once or twice a week.
Market, and I would grab like a salad or a wrap and then go eat it in my room.
Yeah, I'd pick up like Chick-fil-A or like Einstein's or something. And like, one thing
fun.
I will say too that I've noticed, I'm such an extrovert, and so like, I was never alone before I went to bed. I was always talking to people until I decided I should get some sleep. Sometimes that's 10:30, sometimes it's 3 a.m. You never know what the night has to hold for you. But what I will say with that is, like, I had 8 a.m.s and I'm an 8 a.m. every single day next semester. Rip me. Only option I had. So, with that, like, me being an extrovert, it took me forever to fall asleep because my energy was up because I'd been talking to people. So like, right, so know yourself well. Of like, if I have a test in the morning, like, I need to leave people hanging out before I go to bed, because I'm gonna lay in bed for an hour for my brain to calm down before I go to bed. Whereas I feel like some of my friends that are introverts are with people way more than they were in high school. So you just have to be, for anyone, intentional to get time by yourself. College gives you separation anxiety from other humans.
Yes, I didn't like being in my room very often.
Yeah.
On the introvert side, going back to the meals, eating in the dining hall alone is not a bad thing. I go all the time. I'll watch a show, I'll do homework, sometimes I'll read a book, and I just sit in like the corner of the dining hall. It's great.
People will put their AirPods in and like watch a show on their phone in the cafe.
It's great. It's my alone time.
It's not like high school. If you eat by yourself in high school, it's so incredibly different.
High school's a little different. Yes, you're getting an education and you have homework and you have assignments. Yeah. We got it. You're still in school. But just like do all of the fun things. We learned kind of the hard way this year, just to like live life like every day's your last. Like, just say yes, have fun, go get ice cream, even if you got ice cream the night before. Like, just go, stay up talking, blast, like, just do it.
Yeah, just be aware that as much as like, don't try to force college to be the best 4 years of your life, because I hope like your life can like look forward, you can look forward to other things after college.
Hopefully there's more after 22.
Yeah, but just know that like, this is especially freshman year, and like mine, I was in an all-girls dorm, and I know that's not super normal, but even if you're like an all-girls, like, that will be one of your only opportunities in life. Like, think about like before you get married and like start a family and stuff, to just be with all girls constantly, where you can just walk in anyone's room to hang out with them at any time. Like, you're having a sleepover every night. So it's like, yes, you need to be responsible and take care of the things you need to take care of, but also like take advantage of the opportunities you're given and like make the most of it. Just like, if you're going to put something on your plate, put the most effort into it you can, instead of doing a bunch of things and putting like half effort into all of them. First semester, be very intentional of finding the clubs, the organizations, any college ministries, anything you want to pour into. Be very intentional with like, okay, this is what I'm signing up to do. I'm going to give my all into it.
Yep.
And if you don't love a club you're in, don't do it.
You don't have to bring that toxic like freshman year friend into your sophomore year. Like, and that goes for like by semester, by month. Like, you're not tied to the friends that you make.
Right.
You can really like, I mean, be intentional, like, don't drop everyone you meet, but you really don't have to bring them around.
It's not in high school where you're with the same group all the time. Like, you have the option to make other friends. I didn't go to many sporting things, and I kind of wish I did.
I went to every single football game.
I went to a third of one basketball game.
So fun. And I didn't just like go for the first quarter. No, I was there all 4 quarters till the very end. I was freezing, I was tired, but oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And just like, if you're with the right people, like, everybody gets in it. It's,
try to join a small group of some sorts when you get there. I like a sophomore that led a group of us freshmen, and like, it just led to feeling like a safe place to talk to people about things, even if you didn't know them very well. And it was outside of your bubble of people, so it's like, they want to go spreading things because no one knows who you are type thing. And so it was just like led to a safe place there. And I know a lot of people got plugged into a small group through a church, and that was super helpful for them as well. So don't dismiss that idea.
I joined a small group through my college ministry. And next year I will be leading a small group through
I want to try to lead mine next year.
Same college ministry. It's just been really fun with this one.
So one thing I will say is like me and Reagan both have like a Christian worldview of the way we approach things.
Yes, we do.
So if that's you too, ayo. With that, like I very much came to college like partying, not my scene, not fun to me. And some people ask me on that, like, oh, with that, like, you don't want to go even if you don't drink. And I personally believe, one, like, I just don't view that as fun because it just seems very worldly to me, but also, like, it's a own personal decision. But know that, like, one, as far as, like, having fun in college, there are so many other ways to have fun than to go to parties and drink. And obviously, that's your own personal decision. That's up to you. But just know there's so many other things you can do for fun. And if that's not what you want to do, and all of your friends are like, that's all they want to do and forcing you to do it,
You need new friends.
Then they're not really your friends. You know, find people, like make your inner core group people that are walking the same path of life as you with the same morals. Or if they only want to hang out with you in that setting, but aren't going to be there for you when you're having a hard day, when you're missing home, that's not it either.
Okay, here's my thing. And I'm a big saver. I don't love spending money. Try to find like free activities, but also they were joking, but like I kind of took it to heart. They were like, there's no money in heaven. They're like, go have fun. If they're doing a big group dinner, don't let like money, like if you have, like just go do it. Go to dinner, go get the ice cream, go whatever. Like go buy the cute top because you like, just go do it.
Oh, also, this is a personal thing I chose to do, but I highly recommend if you come into college single, stay single the first semester of school.
Or the whole first year. That is also a great option.
Well, like, don't intentionally try to date someone first semester. As far as why I think you shouldn't date someone first semester of college. Okay, so one, people in college first semester are still trying to figure out who they are, and a lot of people are trying to create a fake identity for themselves, so they might like completely change once they realize, oh, this isn't me. Okay, so that's just a reason of like you're still trying to figure out who you are away from home, and they also could very much be faking it, and they haven't built up a reputation for other people to be like, hey, you should stay away. So that's first reason. Second reason is I think it's very important for you to build up a core group of girl friends to basically be like, hey, there's some red flags you aren't noticing because you're all lovey-dovey over here. So for people to find a good solid group of friends to pour truth into you before you're like investing that much time into a relationship with a guy. I just think also if you start dating someone first semester and you end up breaking up, you will have no friends because your friend group will revolve around their friends. There's just a lot of downsides to it. So just be intentional of how you approach that because you want to set yourself up for success. Be very intentional to get to know people in the older grades. It's just very important to have people you can go to that are a little older and wiser.
100%.
Because they've walked through it very recently, but they're also not in your group of friends because they're older, so they're separated from the situation you need help with.
100%.
And most times you put the effort into it, others will. But don't expect anything to come to you if you're not willing to put the effort in.
You gotta fill your bucket to pour out your bucket.
Yeah.
Is give yourself and your family grace when you go home for the first couple times. Because you've adjusted to living You've adjusted to living this life all by yourself, and they've adjusted to living life without you, which sounds so harsh, but like when you come back, you're really rocking the boat again, and they're so happy you're home, but you really gotta like just give yourself grace. Like it's new territory for everybody.
Be
involved.
patient. Yeah. Also, it's really fun if it's your friends' birthdays to decorate their dorm room while they're
I love birthdays!
with like streamers and little signs and get them like their favorite snack. Like you don't have to spend much money, they're really cheap at Walmart, but it makes it really fun and it's just such a college thing to do. That's what we have for the video today. I hope you found it very helpful and different than what you've heard from other people or on TikToks or whatever. But yeah, please be sure to comment down below if you have any other questions. We are more than willing to answer them and are very open about lots of different topics. So be sure to comment. I'll also link my Instagram below if you want to DM me. Yeah, feel free to do that. that's all. See y'all next Saturday. Okay, bye.